Back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have huge news, guys. Claude Opus 4.6 just landed, and look at what we have. It has a 1 million context window. This just came out. I was live for day 128 of Vibe Queen app until I make $1 million, but look what we have. I had to end that stream and launch a new stream because look at what we have here. 7 minutes ago, Claude Opus 4.6 just released. Introducing Claude Opus 4.6, our smartest model got an upgrade. Opus 4.6 plans more carefully, sustains agentic tasks for longer, operates reliably in massive code bases, and catches its own mistakes. It's also our first Opus class model with 1 million token context in beta. Let's go, chat. So we literally have a model with that's an Opus model that has over 1 million in context. So a couple of important things to note just right off the bat here. It looks like, so it's the same price, so $5 per million on the input, $25 per million on the output, 1 million in context, but this just released. So Opus 4.6 is Anthropic's strongest model for coding and long-running professional tasks. It is built for agents that operate across entire workflows rather than single prompts, making it especially effective for large code bases, complex refactors, and multi-step debugging that unfolds over time. This is huge, guys. This is absolutely huge. So we're going to be vibe coding this in our normal production workflows. A couple things I want to look at. Where are the benchmarks? Does any of you have the benchmarks? I just started the live, so I'm gonna ping the channel, let everybody know that we're live. But this is huge, guys. This is huge. All right, let me update this real quick, and then we'll get going. All right, there we go. Okay, Opus 4.6, what's the chat saying? All right, so this looks good. There was something in the Discord. Let me check the Discord real quick because a lot of people are saying stuff in here. So let's check this over here. What are people saying in the Discord? So here from Sam Stone, shout out to you. So here are the benchmarks. I don't know where he found these, but here are the benchmarks for Opus 4.6. So a little bit disappointing. I already saw this before I went live, but we have a lot of improvements for this model. But one thing that I'm a little bit disappointed in is the SweBench verified. We actually had a 0.1% decrease in the SweBench verified, so we do not have an improvement in terms of agentic coding tasks. It actually performed a little bit worse. So, you know, maybe that's due to the fact that the context window got larger, but let's just test it out. Office tasks, it had a significant improvement. Agentic financial analysis tasks had an improvement. Multidisciplinary reasoning. So this got a huge jump for humanities last exam. It went from 30.8% without tools to 40% without tools. And then, so it had a 10% increase pretty much on both of these. That's actually huge. Agentic search had a huge jump. Scaled tool use went down a little bit. So MCP Atlas is where that is. So let's dive into this. I just pulled up the chat. What's up, guys? How's it going? We are back. We are live. If you guys haven't already liked the stream, make sure you do so. W Dan said 1 million tokens feels so nice on max mode and cursor right now. Yeah, let's pull up. Where do we want to use this? Let's pull up Warp real quick, and let's actually launch a bunch of terminals here. Let's launch. Let's see here. Let's use this in bridge space. Can we use this in bridge space? Let's see. Let's just use Warp for now because we're making updates to bridge space. So let's close this real quick and let's launch Warp and let's launch Claude here. And what this is going to do, this actually has a ton here. So let's launch. So look at this, Opus 4.6 Claude Max. Let's launch this and let's launch 3 here. A couple people were saying that it's not yet up to the point where it's giving us 1 million in context in Claude Code. Is that true? Does anybody know that for certain? Let's see here. All right, I just launched the live. All right, I've got chat pulled up. What's up, guys? How's it going? 1 million context. Opus 4.6 is our first. Yeah, it's the first Opus model that has over 1 million in context, which is absolutely insane. Let me do a couple things before I get the stream like fully started and we get into the flow, but we're going to be putting this to the test, guys. We've been awaiting this model for a couple days now, so let's go. All right, let's go, guys. All right. I want you to do an in-depth review of BridgeMind UI and review the styling of the website and identify pages that do not follow the theme of the website. For example, the crypto page and other pages respectively that do not follow the existing styling. Do a complete in-depth review of the UI and identify inconsistencies in pages that do not follow our styling practices. All right, so let's launch this. So let's actually, I want to do a couple different styling things because that's like one of the biggest things. Also, let's get this running inside of Cursor. Let's pull Cursor up real quick, and I'm gonna go to new agent here. And all right, let's see this. All right, is this live in Cursor already? Let's check. Opus 4.5, Opus 4.6, so it's also live in Cursor. So Opus 4.6 in Cursor. So it's already in Cursor for those of you that use Cursor. Let's pull up the browser here. Let me launch the browser inside of Cursor real quick. This is huge. Okay, I'm gonna open up the browser. Let's go to localhost in the browser, and I want to give it some complex backend tasks, and I also want to give it some really complex front end tasks to see if we can improve our styling as well. I'm launching the browser tool here, and then we'll get started. But let's go over to the Claude Code instance real quick and look at what's happening there. Okay, I had to reinstall. You have to update Claude Code to version v2.1.32. Yeah, I have mine already. If you guys aren't seeing this, it is available in Claude Code, and it's also available inside of Cursor. So let me put a like goal up. We are going for 400 likes. All right, but we are putting this to the test today. The biggest things that I do see, though, just from a benchmark perspective, though, is where were those benchmarks? Let's go back to the original Claude Code post. So Claude introducing 4.6. They say that it's going to plan more carefully, sustain agentic tasks for longer, operate more reliably in massive code bases. This is it right here. It's just ad that they released. It's also our first Opus class model with 1 million context in beta. That's a lot of context for an Opus model, so you're going to be running up a check. But that's fine. Is there anything related to the benchmarks? Are they not proud of it? They must not be proud of the benchmarks if they didn't post it. I'm surprised they didn't post it. Opus 4.6. Let's see if we can find anything. Opus 4.6. Introducing Opus 4.6. Okay, here we go. So here's the official page. I'll drop this in the chat. Let me pull up the chat real quick. I'm going to drop this in. When you do model, you can select low, medium, or high reasoning. Backstory Bytes just said, okay, let's check this out. So let's do model. So model, I see 4.6. Do I need to update? Do I need to update real quick? How do I update Claude Code on my Mac? What is the command to make sure I have the latest update? Wait, didn't you say that it was 2.1.32? Wait, how can I not see that? High effort. Oh, it's right here. Oh, shoot. Okay, check this out, guys. All right, wow, this is new. Okay, perfect. Okay, shout out to Backstory Bytes. So check this out, guys. Opus 4.6 now has, or at least with this new update, 2.1.32, it now has the ability for you to adjust the effort. So look at this, medium effort, and literally just by me doing like this, like I can go medium effort, high effort, low effort. So that's similar to, I actually really like that. All right, hold up here. That's very similar to, what is it? I guess it's like kind of similar to Codex, right? This one launched a ton of subagents. Okay, this one launched a ton of subagents systematically. Let me systematically review the actual page content. Okay, let's have one of these. Let's put it in high effort, right? And let's drop in the BridgeMind API, and let's see if we can identify any security vulnerabilities in the API. I want you to review the BridgeMind API and review in depth and identify any bugs, errors, or inconsistencies that you see in the code. Identify areas where there is poorly written code that could be improved, and I need you to output all of your findings in a new README file called Opus 4.6 API findings. I need you to launch an extensive review. Okay, the benchmarks are on the official X thread. I already like it. Yeah, so Backstory Bytes is a respected member of the community. He says that he already likes it. Also, guys, we have 487 people watching and only 68 likes. So if you guys have not already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. I know that we were just live, but every time that you guys support with a like, it really does help. Every time that, if we can get to 100 likes, I'll knock out a 50 bomb. But check this out. So this is launching agents a little bit more intuitively. That's one thing that I'm already noticing right off the bat. Like this launched 7 agents, where previously with Opus 4.5, I would have to ask it to run agents. I would have to say like, hey, I want you to launch agents, and I want it to, you know, do this, right? Like launch 4 agents. But these ones are all like, they launched intuitively. Now, I don't know how good that's going to be for my usage, but we'll see on that. Let's go and let's actually, I'm going to launch another instance, and let's just launch as many instances as possible here. Let's launch another Claude instances. So all 6 of these agents are reviewing. Let's launch some additional agents. but I also want to be able to kind of track what it's doing a little bit better. So this one's looking for UI inconsistencies. This one's reviewing errors for our API. And then this one, let's try building out some additional functionality. I want you to review the logic in BridgeMind associated with our project sharing events. Is there any database tables or schemas related to our project sharing event? Review and identify. Agents do eat up tokens though, yeah. So that's the issue, is that like, hey, with this one here, it launched a bunch of agents and those do eat up usage. Like even right now, let's check out my usage. I was at 31%, I'm at 34%, just after running those two. So that's a decent bit, but yeah, Super Combo. Okay, Super Combo said he sent a couple things on Discord. Let me check it out. Okay, Super Combo, thank you so much. Okay, Super Combo, you rock, man. So here's a couple of the evals. So this is obviously the most important eval that we always look at. So this gives us a look at the benchmarks. The price is the exact same as Opus 4.5. The biggest difference right now that I'm seeing is the context window. But here are the benchmarks. So agentic terminal coding. So terminal bench did see a pretty substantial improvement. So you had about a close to what is that, 5%, close to 6% improvement there on terminal bench coding, which is really good. Agentic coding did not get, this is the one that I was most looking forward to. Sweetbench verified, that's the one that I always look at and like kind of hold very highly. I was actually hoping that this would be like 83%, but we actually took a step back, it looks like, to 80.8, so that's a little bit discouraging. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, agentic computer use, so that went up. Agentic tool use, that went up. Scale tool use, that went down. Agentic search, that went up by a ton. So wow, agentic search went up by a ton. Multidisciplinary reasoning also did a big jump. Humanities last exam, that's huge. I don't have to use the $200 to use Claude Max. Yeah, we do have the Claude Max plan. That's the best plan. Okay, let's also check out some of these other things that Super Combo sent. So long context retrieval. Okay, Opus 4.6 1M has 76. Opus 4.6, oh wow. Okay, so long context retrieval went up. It's pretty decent. Long context reasoning. So it looks like 4.6, very high when it's, what is this? This is Opus 4.6 Parents 1M, BFS 1M. What's the difference between that? Does anybody know? All right, Opus 4.6. Opus 4.6 supports outputs of up to 128,000 tokens, which lets Claude complete larger output tasks without breaking them into multiple requests, okay? There are 4 effort levels to choose from: low, medium, high, and max. We encourage developers to experiment with different options to find out what works best. Okay, so maybe when you do lower effort, it's not gonna launch as many agents. Is that the case? Okay, now based on all these findings, I now need you to code the fixes and make sure that our website follows these cohesive practices and follows the same theme across the entire website. Okay, what is this here? So single table. Okay, so this is the admin front end. Let's check this out. Okay, perfect. I want you to now review the BridgeMind UI front end, and I need you to now integrate this functionality into the front end, create a new page for this, and this page should also have different tabs associated with the different project sharing events that we have. One thing that we will now need to integrate before integrating this into the front end is we will need to create a new events table. Events can be created by BridgeMind admins, and for the project sharing events, oh man, hold on, we're gonna need to think about this. Okay, let's take a look at this. What I want to do here is we're gonna test the backend capabilities of Opus 4.6 with an actual production. So what I want to do here is let's erase some of these things. This was our goals for our day 128 stream. For vibe coding an app until I make $1 million on live pretty much every single day. But let's do this. So I want to create events for BridgeMind, and I want people to be able to like sign up for events, right? So this could be things like our project sharing event. This could be things like, you know, we're gonna do more events in the future. So we're gonna have to take a different approach for this one here. So here's my prompt. Let's do this. Okay, this is now complete, so this one's working. So I want to actually not use that prompt, and I'm using Bridge Voice for my voice to text. I now want you to review the database logic more in depth, and I want to add a new schema for a new table called events. And events can be created by BridgeMind admins only, and there should be an enum column which represents the type of event. The only event type that we're going to have for now is going to be project sharing events. I now need you to create this new schema in both the database and the API, and I need you to create the testing and the module for this in the BridgeMind API, and then I need you to integrate this across the front-end stacks so that in the BridgeMind admin portal, admins are able to create events, and then also on the front end, I want in the BridgeMind UI users to be able to sign up for events respectively, and I want them to be able to see upcoming BridgeMind events. You need to create a structured plan, and I want you to think in depth before writing any code. Okay, somebody said Gemini 3.5 just released. I doubt it. That'd be crazy. All right, so I'm going to drop in now BridgeMind API. I'm going to drop in BridgeMind UI. I'm going to drop in the database. I'm going to drop in the BridgeMind. Let's drop in BridgeMind admin. Let's also drop in BridgeMind. I think that's all that we need. Make sure that after you create the database schema that you generate and run the migrations. People are trying to troll me in chat. Okay, let's see what chat is saying. There's no way. Somebody said 5.3 Codex is out. There's no way. There's no way 5.3 Codex just came out. There's no way they just did that same day. All right, hold up. Chat's blowing up right now. They're all saying that 5.3 Codex is out. There's no way. There's no way. Hold up. You guys are trolling me, right? I don't see. Oh my gosh, no way. Guys, what? Oh my gosh. All right, 5.3 Codex is out too. Dude, what? All right. 5.3 Codex just came out. What the heck? Okay, hold up. All right, let's go to view creator real quick. We gotta change the title of the stream. Real quick. We got a double whammy, boys. W's in the chat. Let's go. All right, what the heck? All right, I'm gonna have to change this. And all right, this is gonna be a long stream. All right, GPT 5.3 Codex. What the heck? Are you kidding me? Okay, what are they calling this? All right, GPT 5.3 Codex. What the heck, dude? Okay, that is insane. Okay, I just updated the title using view creator. That is insane. Okay, so they just dropped. Okay, introducing GPT 5.3 Codex. Oh my gosh, this is legendary. Okay, what the heck? All right, do we have any information about this? All right, 5.3 Codex, terminal bench. Oh my gosh, 77? Okay, didn't that just absolutely obliterate? 77 is way better than Anthropic's. What was it? Wasn't it like 60 something? Hold up here. Oh my gosh. All right, terminal bench 2.0. GPT 5.3 Codex, 77%. Opus 4.6. 65.4%. That is insane. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna have to. Oh geez. Okay, hold up here. OpenRouter. Is this available on OpenRouter right now? Guys, this is crazy. Okay, it's not available on OpenRouter yet. It is in Codex. Let's see here. Let's go over to Warp and launch a terminal real quick. Hold on. We just got two models at the same exact time. All right, I'm gonna change this to Opus 4.6, and now I'm gonna launch a new tab, and I'm gonna launch Codex. Is this available in Codex? Let's update real quick. This is insane. We just got two models dropped back to back, guys. We have GPT 5.3 Codex and Opus. Oh my gosh. Backstory Byte said he's bullish. Okay, hold on here. Models. Is this available? Okay, there it is. All right, GPT 5.3 Codex. It's right here. Jeez, this is insane. Okay, where are the benchmarks though for Codex? Does anybody have them? Somebody drop it. Somebody drop it in chat. Okay, this is insane. All right, I have to update a couple things. Where's Gemini 3.5? That is insane. Okay, I want you to do an in-depth review of the BridgeMind API, and I want you to identify any bugs or errors in the code that you see, inconsistencies, slop code. I want you to do a complete in-depth review and put your findings in a README file. That is insane. Dewey, that's so funny. They're going head-to-head right now, yes. Okay, wait, does anybody have benchmarks yet? Does anybody have benchmarks for Codex? Drop them in the Discord. Anybody? This is insane. Okay, GPT 5.3 Codex. Where are the benchmarks? We need benchmarks. What did it get on Sweet Bench? I need to see the Sweet Bench. That's like the only benchmark that I actually care about. Sweet Bench verified. Why are they not showing the Sweet Bench? Okay, Okay, here it is. Sweetbench. Wait, they're not showing the normal Sweetbench. They're only showing Sweetbench Pro. Okay, they didn't show like the most important thing. Okay, super combo. Okay, so if you guys are just tuning in, we just got two models back to back. Literally, they dropped on each other's heads. I cannot process this much information. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've got GPT 5.3 running here. I've got Opus 4.6 running here. So I'm gonna link them. Full lifestyle, keep public. Okay, submit answers. That's fine. Okay, this one here. Great work. I now need you to fix all of these findings and update the code with perfect code to fix all of this. Okay, OpenAI does not do benchmarks that much. Okay, good to know. Okay, Sweetbench Pro is now the harder benchmark. Yeah, it barely had any improvement though for 5.3. I mean, we'll try it out to see what it's like. But, oh my gosh, this is insane. All right, GPT 5.3. What is this? This is the website that it said that they created. I mean, should we just put these models to the test? Let's create two new folders on my, I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna rename this tab, Codex 5.3. Let's change this. What we're gonna do here is I'm gonna cd into, I'm gonna make a new directory on my computer, okay? And we're gonna do Codex, Codex versus Opus, okay? This is what this is gonna be called. Okay, so inside this directory, let's cd into Codex versus Opus. And we're now going to, let's actually launch Claude real quick, and we're gonna use Opus. I want you to review this project, which is currently just an empty repository. But what the purpose of this repository is I want to create two Next.js projects in this repo so that we can compare the capabilities of Codex 5.3 and Opus 4.6. I need you to create one Next.js project called Opus 4.6. Okay, hold on. I need to give it this literally the same prompt. I need to give these the same prompt so that we can test them. So what we're gonna do is I'm very interested in the UI capabilities of both of these. We are going to give Codex and Opus 4.6 the same exact prompt to create a Next.js website that uses ShadCN and is as modern as possible. The name of the website is BridgeMind. It is a vibe coding website. I want you to review this website in depth, because what you will be doing is these agents will be recreating the BridgeMind website. Okay, so we're gonna drop this in, and we're just gonna put it to the test. Okay, so we're gonna drop in the BridgeMind AI website. Review this, and I need you to create two system prompts. One will be prompted to Codex 5.3, the other will be prompted to Opus 4.6. I have Backstory Byte said, does anyone have 5.3 in Codex yet? I do have 5.3. I have 5.3 right now. I'm using it right now. Look at this. Check this out. Models. You can see it right here. GPT 5.3 Codex. Hi. But yeah, it is out right now. This is insane. They literally dropped them at the same exact time. What the heck? Okay, hold on here. So we're gonna put them head to head and see what they're like. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a call right now. I gotta take this right now. Hold on. I gotta take this. Sam, what do you want? No, listen. Stop calling me on stream, all right? We're putting it head to head. Shut up. All right, sorry about that, guys. All right, let's go here. 5.3. Fix all critical. So that's clear. So we're launching. We have 3 Opus 4.6 instances running right now. This is insane. All right, we just got 2 frontier models dropped on each other's head. This is insane. Oh my gosh. All right, so Codex 5.3 is running right here. This one is doing a complete in-depth review of our API, and we're putting it to the test to see if we can find any critical or high severity issues. But we're vibe coding right now with Claude Opus 4.6 and GPT 5.3 Codex, and we're gonna put them head to head to see which ones create the best Next.js project. They're both gonna try and recreate the BridgeMind website, and we're gonna see which one is better. All right, 5.3 tool calling feels way better, especially via MCP right now. WDan just said, somebody said use Codex Max. Yeah, we gotta get the Pro Max real quick. Hold on, how do I upgrade? Sam, if you're watching, give me a free plan. All right, so let's see this here. We gotta upgrade, we gotta update the descriptions. All right, hold up here. All right, if you guys want to know what it's like to be a full-time agent orchestrator, this is what it's like. The skill of using AI is a lot bigger than just vibe coding. Great work. Note though that I just changed the title of my video. It is now vibe coding with Claude Opus 4.6 and GPT 5.3 Codex. Both of these models just launched. I now need you to update the description to note that both of these models just launched and we are putting them head to head. Target the keywords Opus 4.6 and GPT 5.3 Codex heavily in the description. Rewrite the description. All right, chat. All right, that's how it's done. Okay, let's see here. So what's that chat saying? So right now this is 4.6. We're going to put 5.3 to the test as well. This is insane. I think GPT 5.3 is coming out February 13th. Dude, GPT 5.3 just came out. It literally just dropped. GPT 5.3 Codex just dropped. All right, context limit reached in a lot of these. How's our usage looking though? That's the big question. With a larger context window and with all the sub-agents that we've been launching, how much usage am I using right now? Let's go here. How much usage? 37%. I mean, that's not terrible. We're at 38% on the current session, which resets at 5 p.m. though. That's decent. Also, guys, I want to break 1,000 people watching. Right now, we have 928 people watching and only 200 likes. Let's get to at least 400 likes, guys. That's the like goal. Let's go. All right, so this one is going here. Okay, this is insane. All right. So Opus 4.6, these are all still working. This is crazy. Double drop. They dropped it both on our heads. 4.6 is so bad and I ran out already. I mean, I think that we're going to have some more time with it. I think like the biggest thing, whenever we have these new models, it's very important that we give it some time. You know, we have to use them a little bit. We have to let them do their thing. This is going to be a really pivotal moment though. So it's going to create both prompt files. So what we're going to do is we're in a new project right now called Codex versus Opus. And in this, we're going to give Codex and Opus the same exact prompt to be able to create a Next.js website, and we're going to try and recreate the BridgeMind AI website, and we're going to see which one's better. We'll see here. Apparently, Opus 4.6 does everything in parallel, even reading files. What do you mean by that? Explain more. We'll see here. We'll figure that out. All right, so here you are building the BridgeMind marketing website from scratch. BridgeMind is a vibe coding platform and agentic organization where AI agents are teammates, not tools. Your job is to produce a complete production-grade Next.js website with modern design, smooth animations, and pixel-perfect dark mode UI. Okay, so we're gonna give this prompt to both of them. Somebody said, bro, test UI design. That's what we're doing right now. So we're gonna launch 2 of these. We have it working on our code base here, but look at this. I'm reaching context limit reached in a lot of these, which is interesting. Continue. 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 And I'm using Bridge Voice for that. Did you enable agent teams? Is that a thing? Okay, hold on. Let's check out what they're saying here. What are they saying? Is there anything else from OpenAI? Let's check. So OpenAI here. What else did they say? So they literally just said GPT 5.3 Codex is now available in Codex. You can just build things, and that's it. That's all they said. Whereas with Claude, let's see what Claude said. They said they released this, not a ton. And within Cowork, Opus 4.6 can put all these skills to work autonomously on your behalf. That's insane. All right, so let's go over here. These are the prompts that we're going to use. Agent swarms. It won't continue. It's in the docs. Okay, let's go over here. Yeah, it failed to continue. What happened here? So it reached the agent 1. All securities are complete. Did it not complete? Continue. Okay, context limit reached. Okay, so is it apparently not auto-compacting? So we're gonna have to compact error during conversation. Conversation too long. Press escape twice to go up a few messages and try again. That's insane. What the heck? So, that kind of stinks. All right, summarize from here. Okay, let's summarize from this point. Okay, it's a lot of errors here. Also, guys, we just passed 1,000 people watching on the BridgeMind live stream. That's the first time we've ever broken 1,000. Shout out to you guys. BridgeMind's going to the moon if you guys didn't already know. Also, if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. This is the fastest growing vibe coding community on the internet right now. We're winning. We're live every single day. Vibe coding an app until I make $1 million. And the reason that we are testing these models, like literally, as soon as a model drops, we start implementing it. But let's see this now here. So we have a prompt for Opus, and then we have a prompt for Opus, and then we have a prompt for Codex. So now what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna put these models head to head. Okay, so let's move this one over here. And hold on, I actually don't want to do that. Let's move these around. Okay, hold up, I screwed this up. Where is it? Is it this one here? Okay, this here. So we have two of the exact same prompts, and what we're now going to do is we are going to launch Claude, and we are also going to launch Codex, okay? And what we're going to do, I want you to review this project and review the Opus prompt, and note that you are in a website challenge, and I now want you to begin building. Yeah, I might as well rip through the cursor credits 100%. Yeah, we can do this in Cursor, or we can do this in Codex and Claude. Let's do it. Well, the thing is what we only have it with. I mean, we're gonna have Cursor as a fallback. Okay, let's do these at the exact same time. So these are gonna be like totally head to head. I want you to review this project and review the Codex prompt. Note that you are in a website challenge, and I now want you to begin building. Okay, so I gave them the exact same prompts. They are getting the exact same prompts. Here's what they have. This agent created the exact same prompt. Their task is to create and rebuild the BridgeMind AI Next.js website. We'll see what they come up with, and we'll compare the different UIs that each of them come up with, but we'll see. Okay. Change underfoot. Oh, okay. Yeah, it did change. I need to pause while reading. Okay, so this one changed underfoot. Okay, that's fine. So I actually want to give this one the same prompt. So, like, back to Opus 4.6, look at how many issues I'm having with Opus 4.6 right now. Somebody said that 5.3 is definitely faster. Let's check it out. I mean, this is crazy. They just did a double drop on us, guys. I think this is the first time this has ever happened. We've never gotten a double drop like this before. This is insane. Let's give it the same prompts though, and we'll see how fast it is. So we're using GPT 5.3 Codex High, and what I want it to do is I want it to do an in-depth review of the BridgeMind API, and I want it to identify any bugs or errors in the code. So let's drop in this prompt, and let's let Codex 5.3 go to work. Opus 4.6 had a bunch of errors on us, so not sure. No, they're not going to compete for the same directory. So these are building right now. So scaffolding. It's scaffolding the Next.js project. This one is also working, and they were given the prompts at the exact same time, okay? So this is Codex right here working, and then this is Opus 4.6. So we'll see which one creates the better remake of the BridgeMind website. All right, let me go over here. Jeez, okay. Put Gemini 2 in the mix. I don't think that Gemini launched anything. Yeah, this is insane. All right, let's do a quick sub check. Where are we at? All right, we're at 40,266 subscribers. We've got 963 people watching. If you guys have not already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. I'm live pretty much every day. Let's see here. Claude rage baited OpenAI with the ad thing, so Sam wanted revenge. I don't know if this is a revenge or not. We'll see how fast these are compared with one another. The one thing that I'm liking about this is this one is not launching a bunch of sub agents yet. This one's just working like directly through. How is Opus going? Is it good or bad? I usually need like a couple days to be able to tell, or a couple hours to be able to tell, but we're gonna give it some time. We're gonna let this kind of work through some of these processes. This one here, this agent was working on a very complex full stack process. It had 7 phases, and what it was doing, it was creating basically an event architecture. So what it's doing is it created BridgeMind events so that we could host things like our project sharing event that we do every week. So this one is creating that page. We're gonna want to check this out, but this is on the last one there, and it was able to work through all of this. So I'm impressed there, because it had to work across the entirety of the code base. So that's pretty impressive. We'll have to ask a couple follow-up questions. Codex ranks so much better on benchmarks. Okay, try in software. Yeah, I mean, it was what, 77 on the terminal bench? Yeah, somebody asked, did you see that 4.6 squeeze score is lower than 4.5? I did see that. Yeah, that was a little bit of a miss on their part, for sure. For sure. All right, this looks good. Okay, this here. So this one, build additional pages. So this one's already like working a ton. And I think that this is like the biggest difference between Opus 4.6 and Codex is that like, hey, you can see that Codex here is already implementing a ton, right? So if you guys just are joining us, we created a prompt for Codex and we created a prompt for Opus 4.6. And what you're seeing is that Opus is already integrating all this, and Codex is kind of like hanging behind a little bit. So we'll see which one completes this faster, and we'll see what it creates. But definitely an interesting test that we're doing here. Let's go back over to Opus 4.6 and see what it's able to do. Has anybody noticed any differences? How's using the Codex plan versus Cursor plan? $200 tiers. I've tried Cursor and blew through it in 4 days. Yeah, I mean, Cursor is going to be a little bit more expensive because they're pretty much like a wholesaler. Okay. Somebody said use effort, please. What is effort? Is that a, hold on. Effort. What is that? Effort. Let's check it out. Is that... Okay, that wasn't... Hold on here. Oh, you're talking about the, this here. Yeah, so this is new here. Super Combos Gamer said Opus 4.6 is good on UI. Yeah, we're about to see it here in a second. Codex didn't already finish. Codex is still working right here on the right. It's implementing a navbar component. Let's see. Let's take a look at Cursor real quick and actually see the file structure. Hold on, let me pull this up. Okay, here's what we're looking at. Let's check it out. So here we're in Cursor. Let's go over. So what we're in right now is we are in the Codex versus Opus. So you have Bridgemind Codex here, and then you have Bridgemind Opus. So here's Bridgemind Opus. Here's Bridgemind Codex. We're gonna be able to see the differences here in a second. But basically what we did is we gave the exact same prompt to Opus and Codex. They're both creating Next.js repositories that are rebuilding the Bridgemind website from scratch. So we'll see what they come up with in one shot, but we gave them the exact same prompt. So I think this is a good test. How'd you get using Opus 4.6 in the terminal? I didn't get it. You may have to update. You may have to update your Claude Code, but it is available for everybody. So, all right. So this is also now done, and one migration. Okay, let's check real quick. Did you run the migrations? Make sure that you ran the migrations. Okay. Super Combo Gamer said Claude Code seems better than Cursor Opus 4.6 on UI. Super Combo Gamer just said that. Anybody that has any information, please send messages in the Discord. Let's see what people are saying. Okay, somebody said that they made this with Opus. This was the website that they made this with Opus. All right, this is the Bridgemind Discord. If you guys haven't already joined, make sure you do so. I'm about to drop a link to it in the chat. It's also pinned. Is it pinned? It's not pinned. Let me pin it real quick. This is our Discord server. Okay, migrations. Okay, it just ran the migration. So let's see where we can actually find that page. So let's go over to localhost real quick and figure out where that actually is. Okay, a little bit slow here. Okay, hold on. Let's pull up Warp. Where is that? I'm pretty sure it's this terminal here, right? Okay. Okay, let's launch this. All right, Bridgemind UI. All right, let me pin this real quick. Yeah, if you guys haven't already joined the Discord, make sure you do so. All right, this is running. Let's see if we can pull this back up. All right, hold up here. Okay. Libraries, community, Vivathon. So Vivathon page. Where's you need to add events to the community dropdown. Hold on, let's get it to add it real quick. All right, Opus 4.6. You need to add an events page to the community dropdown. Yeah, we've been waiting for this. Let's go. All right, Opus 4.6. Let's go in here. Okay, these are now done. Okay, great work. I want this to run on port 5001. Okay, great. I want this to run on port 5002 by default. All right, guys, this is huge. So it's going to run on port 5001. All right, 5002. Okay, let's see what these came up with. So we put them head to head. All right, start it up. Start it. All right, so this is a one-shot for both. Somebody asked how to use Opus 4.6. Just make sure that you updated everything. Make sure that you have everything updated. Okay, let's go to localhost 5001 here to see what Opus created. All right, this is a one-shot. I mean, it kind of reinvented the... I mean, it basically reverse engineered the Bridgevine site from scratch. Okay. So it literally went to the Bridgevine website and, like, actually kind of replicated it, right? So this is what Opus 4.6 did on one shot. Let's see what Codex did now. Let's go to 5002. Not connecting. Is there issues? Okay, startup failed. So the Codex, okay, Opus 4.6 got this working on the first try. Codex 5.3 did not. Which isn't necessarily a huge issue, but this is adding events here. All right, this is now done. Let's pull this back up and go here. All right, community events. Okay, hold up. Okay, let's go here. All right, honestly, I'm not very impressed with that UI from Opus 4.6. So this is the UI from Opus 4.6. The Codex did not get it on the first try. It looks like there is some issues. The startup failed because dependencies are not installed. Okay, it just has to install dependencies. It didn't do it intuitively. Somebody said that, is Opus 4.6 better than the previous iteration? I mean, yeah, it's obviously going to be better. The biggest thing to know about Opus 4.6 is going to be this right here, the million context window. That's insane. A million in context. That is super good. So let's refresh this. Is this in OpenRouter yet? It's not. So Opus 4.6 isn't available in Cursor. I don't think it's available in, I don't think 5.3 is available in Cursor yet, is it? Yeah, it's not. It's only available in Codex right now. So why is this working for 2 minutes to install what? Install dependencies for 2 minutes? That's insane. Somebody said, what am I using for high quality voice input? I'm using Bridge Voice. So Bridge Voice is actually one of the products that we're working on right now. So this is Bridge Voice. It's coming here soon within the next week. We're going to launch Bridge Voice. It's one of the tools in our suite of vibe coding products. Okay, let's actually go here. I'm going to actually highlight an issue that we're having. The drop down for Bridge Voice. There's supposed to be a drop down here, and you can see that it's not working as it's intended. So let's drop this into 4.6 here and give it a quick prompt. I want you to review the styling of the dropdown in Bridge Voice and note that it's being cut off. So in the Bridge Voice pill, I'm able to right click and it's supposed to show a dropdown with different options for me to select. Please notice that right now there is not a dropdown, like the dropdown is being hidden. Review what is causing this and fix it. Okay, so this is a good example. Another thing that I do want to check out is with Bridge Space. If you guys remember the issue that we're having with what is the spacing issue? Remember from yesterday? I think that we're going to be able to give these some good options. The install didn't complete. Node modules is missing something. I'm trying with a TTY so we can see the exact failure and unblock startup. So Codex is tweaking here. I mean, it's having a hard time running a simple npm install. I found a concrete blocker. npm can't write to npm logs under sandbox, which aborts install. I'm retrying with a local cache. Okay, so this is having a hard time getting a simple project set up. Come on. All right, let's go over here. 4.6. Is this now good? It was kind of like it was stalling out on us. Let's go back over here and let's restart the UI here. Also, if you guys are watching, have not already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. This is a crazy day for AI. I mean, two frontier models released on the same day. I don't think we've ever seen this before. Okay, so here are events. That's nice. The question is, does it work? Let's have 4.6 create a seeder real quick. Great work. I now want you to create a new seeder for events, and I want you to seed an event for this coming Saturday, February 7th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It should be a project sharing event. Add this to the seeder, review the database and review the seeders, and then I want you to run this seeder respectively in the local database. We don't know yet how good this is. We're going to keep giving it some time. But so far, it was able to one-shot this feature. This here, we'll see. But, you know, let's just, you know, the great part is like, hey, we're just using it in our normal workflow. We'll see how it affects it. I will say, though, I'm not impressed by the styling that it came up with for this. Also, the styling here is not good either. So I don't really like that. I don't like the styling that Opus 4.6 did. Let's try it. Let's try again. Let's run Claude again, and we'll give it another try. Some people are asking for my initial thoughts. So, okay, hold up. For initial thoughts, like what I think so far is, I don't think anything. We need to give it some more time. We need to try it in our actual workflow. Okay, so I'm gonna CD out of here. I'm gonna launch Claude again, and I'm gonna resubmit this prompt. I was in the wrong directory, so let's drop this in here. All right, hold up. Okay, perfect. All right, drop that in here. Let's clean these up a little bit. Move this one here. This was the one here for startup. This one is it still working? Why is it working so hard on a simple issue? For styling, did you use any skill, front-end design skill? Pretty much I prompted it and I used a styling guide MD file. So inside of BridgeMind AI, you can see like over here in BridgeMind, there is a styling guide where once I get the styling that I like, I basically, you know, like I'll just show you here. I think this is gonna be a good example. So styling guides are very helpful. If you go to BridgeMind UI and you go to source, what you're gonna see is actually, where is it? It should be in the, it's gonna be in docs. Yeah, right here. So I have a styling guide, right? And this styling guide is linked in our agents MD file. And what happens is you get something that you like, and then you kind of work off of that, right? So it's very, very useful. So styling guides, I would definitely recommend that you use those if you don't already. All right, let's go over here. All right, chat said perhaps Codex has less errors. I mean, here's the thing is that, okay, this said that it found the issue, and this is the issue that we're seeing at 4.6 can solve. Is this, do you see how this drop down? This is a drop down, and you guys see how it's getting cut off here? That does look better. So bridge voice, I like the look of that. That does look better, but it's a little bit different too. Okay. This looks cool. Okay, nice. That's so cool. Okay. All right, it says that it found the issue. Did you check that in Claude Code commands, there's now an option for the long context versus the normal one. Gamer Clash said, where's Gemini? We could get it. Virshaw, I appreciate you. Thank you, man, for dropping in the Discord. All right, let's run Claude real quick, and let's run models. Is that true? So we have Opus 4.6, and then you have the option for low effort, medium effort, and high effort. I've had most of these on high effort, but we'll see. I mean, all right. All right, yes, proceed. Okay. Okay. So we'll see if this one's able to work. Claude Code, it's still working. It's a little bit slow when you have it on that high effort. Let's try it on medium effort, and maybe it's a little bit better. Let's try it. Let's pass in BridgeMind API. I want you to run the testing suite and fix any failing tests. Okay, you interrupted the Claude issue. What do you mean? Oh, I interrupted this? Continue. I don't think I interrupted this. It just kind of stopped. Thank you, though. Would you be able to share a Claude subscription so I can finish my projects? Oh, yeah. If anybody wants a free Claude subscription, I'm going to give you guys, it's going to be first come, first serve, but I do have a couple passes, all right? So here are my passes. Here's my passes. I have 3 guest passes for a free week of Claude Code. Here they are. You guys are here first. If you want a free week of Claude Code, here are my guest passes. Okay, it is fixing them now, but look at this. It did a scroll bar. Hold up here. It did a scroll bar. That's not what I wanted. Review the screenshot. It did this scroll bar, which does not look good. Would there be a better approach for this? Maybe we can just remove that functionality entirely. It's not really needed. Super Combo said, now we wait for Grok 4.2 and the new Gemini models. Yeah, 100%. All right, so there's my passes. Let's see how many were. All right, there's still 3 passes left. You guys are slow with it. Usually you guys are faster. This may be one of the most legendary days in history, guys. 2 frontier models dropped same day. Okay, yes, proceed. All right, so let's see if Codex was finally able to fix its issue that said dependencies installed successfully, but the sandbox blocked binding to port 5002. I'm requesting an unsandbox run so the dev server can actually start. Let's see if it's able to actually start here. All right, I think that you guys got them. Let's see. I think the referral codes all got, let's see, passes. 0 left. Sorry, guys. First come, first serve. Somebody asked, why is 4.6 worse than 4.5? Okay, hold up. What did, somebody said, thanks for the pass. I got you, bro. Okay, so it removed it. Yeah, I mean, it's just not even really needed in general, so he removed it. Okay, it's gonna fix these failing tests. Is Codex now done? Okay, let's see what Codex produced for that UI run. So remember, this is what Opus 4.6 created, okay? And we'll compare these side by side, okay? So on UI, this is what Opus 4.6 was able to create, and remember, it was recreating the Bridgemind website. I don't think that it was, like, what it just created there was that good. I'm not very impressed by Opus in that run. I mean, I kind of just let it go, right? So I didn't really prompt it super well. I just kind of created the same prompts. This is not running. Okay, hold on here. Let's CD into, what is it, Bridgemind Codex. And then let's run npm run dev. What's happening here? Okay, there we go. It's running. All right. Oh, geez. Yeah, the Codex can't even get it going. Okay, wow. So, okay, I do think that this is a valuable piece of information. You know, Codex, tons of errors here from Codex to even get this working, right? And with Opus, it was able to get it in one shot. So, I mean, that's definitely a key piece of information to know. You know, we'll have Codex 5.3 give it another shot, but that's definitely a key piece of information. I mean, it has tons of issues. Trident said they benchmarked max potentially. Super Combo Gamers dropping a link in chat. Let me check out what it is. Let me see this, Super Combo. All right, also Joe Mason is dropping in this this command. Let's try this real quick. All right, he's saying that you have to run it with this. Claude Opus. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. Yeah, I'm dropping that in. Are you in sandbox mode? Run npm I manually? Okay. Okay, hold on here. It's up to date. It's up to date. It is a tailwind issue. This is a very common tailwind issue. Okay, 11 failing test suites. It's fixing failed test suites. DSAT Drew said, let me redesign your pages. I'll send over a few ideas to your DM Discord. Okay, yeah, let me know. I saw your DM, by the way, Drew. I'm going to make you a mod on YouTube. I appreciate you, man. I did see your DM. Let me make you a mod real quick. Appreciate you. Yeah, so, I mean, Codex, just a lot of issues on, like, simple things, and it takes a while. It didn't install Tailwind, right? So, you know, even though Opus 4.6 didn't create, like, that good of a user interface, right? It did get it on the first try. Hold on, what did, okay, check this out, guys. So, Super Combo just dropped this in. Check this out. So, Claude Code docs orchestrate teams of Claude Code sessions, coordinate multiple Claude Code instances working together as a team with shared tasks, inter-agent messaging, and centralized management. Holy, okay, hold up here. Thank you. Shout out to Super Combo Gamer. This is big. Agent teams let you coordinate multiple Claude Code instances working together. One session acts as the team lead, coordinating work, assigning tasks, and synthesizing results. Teammates work independently, each in its own context window, and communicate directly with each other. Unlike sub-agents, which run within a single session and can only report back to the main agent, you can also interact with individual teammates directly without going through the lead. This page covers when to use agent teams, including best use cases and how they compare with sub-agents, starting a team, controlling teammates, including display modes, task assignment, and delegation, best practices for parallel work. This is insane. This is huge. This is huge. W's in the chat. Thank you, Super Combo Gamer. Appreciate it, man. Also, we did just hit 400 likes, so let's hit a new goal. Whenever you hit a goal in life, guys, you can't be satisfied with it. We're going for 500 likes now. Let's go. We've got over 1,000 people watching, only 420 likes. Come on, guys, let's go. Okay, this is huge. This is huge. So, agent teams, when to use agent teams. Agent teams are most effective for tasks where parallel exploration adds real value. See use case examples for full scenarios. The strongest use cases are research and review. Multiple teammates can investigate different aspects of a problem simultaneously, then share and challenge each other's findings. New modules or features. Teammates can show each own a separate piece without stepping on each other. Debugging with competing hypotheses. Teammates test different theories in parallel and converge on the answer faster. Cross-layer coordination. Changes that span front-end, back-end, and tests, each owned by a different teammate. This is insane. This is insane. Somebody asked where the push-up's at. Wow, they have ask a question too. That's crazy. Okay, this is huge. This is huge. This is a very long page, so we're gonna wanna understand this. Okay, so here are the differences between sub-agents. So both agent teams and sub-agents let you parallelize work, but they operate differently. Choose based on whether your workers need to communicate with each other. Okay, so look at this, guys. You guys can look at this. I need to bust out a 50 bomb. Let's knock out a 50 bomb, and you guys can check this out, and we'll keep working on this. But if you guys are new around this channel, drop and give me 15. Let's go. I'm gonna drop a 50 bomb. Let's go. Let's go, chat. 50 bomb. All right, we're back. All right, so difference between sub-agents and agent teams. So context. So sub-agents, they have their own context window. Results return to the caller, okay? With agent teams, they're fully independent. So the communication style, sub-agents report results back to the main agent only. And with teams, they can message each other, okay? Coordination. With sub-agents, the main agent manages all the work. With teams, shared task list with self-coordination. Okay, Joe Mason, I'm gonna check the Discord. Geez, the Discord's going crazy right now. What is the command for the 1 million context? Can somebody drop it in here? Okay, thank you guys. Okay, this is crazy. So how do we actually use this? How can I use agent teams in Claude Code? So how can I actually use this? This sounds insane. Hold on, let's pull up Warp real quick. And let's launch a new agent here. And let's go to, let's CD out of here. And let's launch Claude. Is there some command for Teams or something? All right, hold up here. So Teams. Terminal setup, no. Agent. So I don't see any commands related to, I don't see any commands related to Teams. So how can I set this up? Does anybody know? Okay, so somebody said add this to your Claude settings local file. Okay, so check this out. Okay, I want you to write the system prompt to a Claude Code agent to be able to set this up for me correctly. Okay, I'm gonna have this write a system prompt because I'm a vibe coder and I do it through agents, so we'll see here. But yeah, at the top, so agents, teams are experimental and disabled by default. Enable them by adding Claude Code experimental agent teams to your settings.json or environment. Agent teams have known limitations around session resumption, task coordination, and shutdown behavior. All right. So okay, I'll just pass this into Claude Code real quick. Hold up. Go to this web page and learn everything that there is about this new agent teams. And after you review that, I actually want you to help me add this and enable it. Okay, so I don't know if that's going to be, there's going to be anything sensitive there. Okay, this is crazy. Okay, also, let's see if Codex is still, it needs to finish working on that. If you guys remember, we were comparing Opus 4.6 and the newly released GPT 5.3 Codex. And unfortunately, you know, yeah, I mean, 5.3 failed on a bunch of tasks, and it wasn't able to get the website in one shot. So, like, literally, look at this. We have, this is what Opus 4.6 did for us on one shot, right? It literally rebuilt the entire site. Whereas with, I mean, it didn't do that great of a job. It only created one page, but it did, like, pretty much nail a little bit, right? It did a decent job at rebuilding the Bridgemind website, but Codex literally was not able to one-shot, which is just crazy. Okay, I'll check Discord. Hold on. I'm looking at Discord general chat. I'm not seeing anything. Okay. All right, a lot of people in the Discord are saying that Codex 5.3 is really fast. 5.3 Codex is benchmark maxed. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit slow. Like, people are saying it's fast. Like, look at this. It's working for 3 minutes on what, a simple install, right? For, I mean, it's just crazy that it even had these issues to begin with, right? So Godspell said we need to see what Codex 5.3 did. Send the URL to, oh yeah, Super Combo. I already did that. I already did that in this one here. Let me just make sure that there's nothing sensitive. Hold up. Whoa. I'm having some issues here. You guys see this? I just got a bunch of issues. Hey, Claude. All right, Claude. Let's pull this back up. Oops. All right, let's go over here. So I'm going to drop this. I need you to review this and enable it. Okay, hold up. I'm going to drop the URL for this in chat so you guys can follow along with me. So agent teams. This is this looks like one of the best, one of the biggest new things with this update. So agent teams, this is big. So start your first agent team. After enabling agent teams, tell Claude to create an agent team and describe the task and the team structure you want in natural language. Claude creates the team, spawns teammates, and coordinates work based on your prompt. This is actually insane. This is insane. This example works well because the three roles are independent and can explore the problem without waiting on each other. Okay. from there, Claude creates a team with a shared task list, spawns teammates for each perspective, and has them explore the problem. Let me this a little bit. Explore the problem, synthesize their findings, and attempts to clean up the team when finished. The lead's terminal lists all teammates and what they're working on. Use shift up down to select a teammate. And okay, we have to try this. This looks insane. Okay, D-Side Drew, I'll check it out. Probably a little bit off stream. Also, guys, we did just beat our like goal. Let's go. Let's go. Time to set a new one. Let's hit 600. Let's go. Also, let's do a quick sub check where we at. We are at 40,335. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Okay, so this looks insane. Apparently the Claude Code creator said enable extra usage if you're trying that. Alright, let's see this here. Alright, so this is already set up now. Okay. Agent teams are already enabled. Line 13 shows Claude Code experimental agent teams. Okay, would you help me create my first agent team? Yeah, these are insane times, guys. This is absolutely insane. So, I will say Codex seems a little bit, potentially like a little bit of a miss. It looks like this is now running though. All right, let's see if Codex actually was able to finish this. So let's go to port 5002 and see what it did. There's no way this still is erroring, right? Okay, finally. All right, guys. So we do have the comparison for the head-to-head Opus 4.6 versus Codex 5.3. Here is the difference for the styling. I mean, so Codex took a lot longer with a bunch of errors. It didn't create a mobile menu. Oh, it did. Actually, I will say the styling that Codex created is actually better than Opus 4.6 here. Because do you see the spacing? Do you see the spacing that did? That's actually a lot better than what Opus 4.6 did. If you just want to notice, like, the intuition on the spacing. Look at this. The padding is all screwed up. You guys see this? So Opus 4.6 totally screwed up the padding and the margins, whereas Codex actually did a much better job on this. That's very interesting. I mean, it's not a super complex issue here. So Codex, I will say it did a little bit better. No, so if you're wondering, no, this is Codex right here. On the right, this is Codex, this is Opus, and this is the head-to-head that we just did. So I will say Codex does take a lot longer. Yeah, so somebody in the chat said Codex takes longer and might need some help, but it's overall better. Godspell said, notice the blur when the menu is open. Hold on. That's actually a really good point. So stuff like that Codex did. Yeah, so somebody said much better, taking 30 minutes longer. Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, it didn't take longer. It's just that it had errors initially, but then we fixed those errors. So, I mean, that's a good example for UI, but let's actually get this into our production code base and start maybe, you know, improving our real front end, right? So let's launch a couple Codex instances here, okay? With Codex, hold on, we have to CD out here. All right. Okay, I want to do one thing real quick. I want to launch... Where is it? I want to launch bridge space. So let's run npm run start. And let's launch bridge space here. We had some interesting issues a second ago. I don't know if we'll get those same issues. We'll see. OpenRouter Opus. Okay, shout out to Super Combo. He just said that Opus 4.6 tokens per second is out. We definitely want to check that out. Let's see. Let's go to OpenRouter and see what we're getting right now. But remember, this does fluctuate, so it could be faster right now. Ooh, it's kind of the same speed as Opus 4.5. So on Anthropic, we're getting 34 tokens per second right now. So let's compare that with Opus 4.5 real quick. So Opus 4.5, what is Opus 4.5 running on? I'm pretty sure it's around that, right? Opus 4, yeah. I mean, 28 tokens per second versus 34 tokens per second. Maybe they just allocated some more GPUs. but I mean, it is a little bit faster. Dev said he just created his first team. All 5 exploration agents are working through the code base now. I'll compile a comprehensive summary once they finish. This should take another minute or 2. Okay, so speaking of teams, let's go back over here. Okay, so sure, to set up a good team, I need to know what you'd like them to work on. Let's actually work on this in a custom, like a window where we can focus on it, because this is actually potentially one of the biggest, like, changing features that we've had in a while. I need to know what you'd like them to work on. Agent teams work best for tasks that benefit from parallel work. What task or project do you have in mind? Some good examples that work well: code review, new feature, research investigation, refactoring. Code review. I want you to create a team that specializes in security, particularly in Nest.js APIs. This team will work in this project and be the security agents that will do code review and make sure that our API is secure. These agents must look for different security factors that weigh on the project, such as making sure that only users have access to their projects or can take actions on their respective projects or tasks. I also need you to make sure that best security practices are implemented across the entire code base for the most common security vulnerabilities or even more complex security vulnerabilities, but they need to be specialized in code review and be specialized in security. Okay, so we're gonna create a team, and I just used Bridge Voice to create that, by the way. Bridge Voice should be coming out within the next week. We'll see here, but we'll give it that and we'll just see what it does, right? Like, is it gonna, like, what is it gonna look like when we create a team? Super Combo said he just sent me a DM. Let's check it out. Okay, he said that agent teams are experimental and disabled by default, enabling them. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, so they do have limitations. I'll set up 4. Oh, wow, that's insane. Okay, you guys see this? So it says, let me create the team now. I'll set up 4 specialized security reviewers. Auth and Auth-Z auditor, authentication flows, JWT handling, guard configuration, session management, resource ownership auditor, ensuring users can only access and modify their own projects, tasks, agents, input validation, and injection auditor. So common security vulnerabilities there, and then infrastructure security auditor. That's insane. This is Opus 4.6, and this is a new feature. This is crazy. All right, wow. This is crazy. Okay, what? Guys, look at this. So literally it shows that it's launching these different teammates on this task. WDan said, I think you'd benefit from waitlists for any products like Bridge Voice on the site so people get notified once it's live. Plus could do a, okay, yes, absolutely, WDan. Let's build it right now with Opus 4.6, why not? I need you to review the BridgeMind UI and the database and the API, and I need you to help me construct waiting lists and the concept of waiting lists. Backstory Byte said, oh yeah, that's actually it. Is that a team or just sub-agents though? Did you have to enable the teams? Yes, so this is the new teams, and you can see that like the UI here, what it looks like is it'll create a team, and then it'll be able to like, you can literally see the teammates are working on those particular tasks, right? So this is like crazy. So I'm gonna drop in the database. I'm gonna drop in the BridgeMind API, and I'm gonna drop in the BridgeMind UI. I want you to create a team that is specialized to complete this task. For example, for our products or different projects such as Bridge Voice, Bridge Space, Bridge Code, Bridge Coin, or Bridge MCP, there needs to be a respective waiting list so that people get notified when we launch these different projects. You will need to create a new waiting list schema that has different enums. The waiting list, you could create different schemas for it, or you could create a singular schema and then have enums. Simple email service could be resend unless you have something else set up. Yeah, I already have SendGrid set up. I I mean, honestly, it would be better to have a unified waiting list that has maybe an enum category. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a team based on this. You will need to create a new waiting list schema that has an enum column so that we can track which product it's for. You need to create the enums for this, as well as the schema for this in the database, as well as in the API. You can create the team for this. Also note that the main reason for this is that I want to be able to send notifications to users that are, for example, once we launch a product, I want everybody that had signed up for that particular waiting list to get notified via SendGrid, via an email, that the product is now live. We already have an existing SendGrid implementation in the product and in the project. So what I want you to do is I want you to implement this functionality, create a team to help you complete this. Okay, so we're gonna build a team. The emails that are sent should be branded with BridgeMind logos and should be styled and be very professional. Yeah, this is insane. Yeah, so you guys can see 485,000 tokens. We may want to check our usage. I think that it did say that like teams are going to be very token intensive. Somebody said I can't see it in the Codex CLI. Make sure you update, man. Okay, let's check our usage. What's our usage at? Oops, sorry, did the wrong command. Whoa. Why'd the music just stop? All right, we're good. Yeah, I mean, this is crazy, guys. That's Claude bot, I guess. Okay, I mean, actually, this is not that bad. So it's 58% used for the current session. And then when we started the stream, so we've been streaming for what, 75 minutes? And this here, 40% used. This was actually, this here was, what did we start at, 32%, I think? Honestly, 485,000 tokens is actually not that much. I don't think that that's that much. This here is a very, very long prompt here. Yes, reassign them to fix the findings. All right, wow, so check this out. So the whole team was working on findings, right? And it did have these findings. Wow. All right, let's check this out. I want you to create a new team that is a team that is for user interface and styling. You can check out the theming and the styling of BridgeMind as a brand and as a product. I want you to do an in-depth review of the BridgeMind UI, and I want you to create a team that will be perfect at styling and be able to update styling to create consistent, modern, professional styling for the website and the different web applications that are in BridgeMind, including, and I'm going to drop in the BridgeMind UI, I'm going to drop in the BridgeMind admin, and I'm going to drop in the BridgeMind web app. Okay, I'm gonna create another team. Dev said I ran teams, burned 500K context, learning my code base and database. I mean, they said that it was gonna be intense, right? They said that teams was gonna take a lot. Is this one? Did this create a team? I'll create a team to implement the waiting list feature across all 3 layers. Let me first explore the existing code base to understand patterns, then set up the team. And look at this, it's using Sonnet 4.5 on that one. That's interesting. This Teams is actually huge. Somebody asked how to use Teams. You have to enable it. It's an experimental feature, and then you're able to use it. But you can even see here, like, you can do shift up to do what? Shift up. Whoa. That's insane. Right now we're building a suite of vibe coding tools. For example, one of them is Bridge Voice. So with Bridge Voice, this is a voice to text tool that should launch within the next week. I just have to basically build the, whatever the build is, and then ship it. But yeah, this is ready to ship. I'm using it. All the voice to text that you guys are seeing in this video, in this stream, is using Bridge Voice. So it's a very, very nice tool. Somebody asked, what terminal do I use? I use Warp for now, but we also have another tool that's going to be releasing here soon that's far better. Bridge Space. It's coming out before the end of the month. We've got a lot of things that we're working on in our suite of vibe coding products. Okay, so the BridgeMind admin exploration is completed. So now it's exploring. It's going to explore the UI in the web app, and then it's going to create this team. How to use team, BridgeMind, what command do you use? So basically, you need to go to this link, okay? I'm going to drop a link in chat. I'm going to drop this link, and what you guys need to do is you need to go to this link, and all you have to do is you can just paste that link into Claude Code and tell it to set up teams, and it's going to toggle it on for you, okay? Okay, email agent. This is so sick. Okay, so you guys see this? So it literally says, let me spawn the team members. I'll start with agents that can work in parallel. Database schema agent, email template agent. UI, this is insane. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Wow. All right, also let's do a quick sub check. Where are we at? We're at 40,374 subscribers. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. I have to say, I'm definitely a little bit more interested in using Opus 4.6 right now. Codex, it did do a better job on styling. I will say, like, when we did that comparison, the styling that, this was the Opus 4.6 styling, and then where was the styling for, where was it? I can't find it, but the styling that Codex did, okay, here it is. So this was the one that Codex did, and you guys can make your own judgments here, but Codex, in my opinion, definitely did a lot better of a job. Opus 4.6 on the left, you can see, look at all the spacing and margin issues, whereas with Codex on the right, the buttons look nice, the padding and margin looks really good. Also, like, subtle effects like the blur here. I think that Codex 5.3 just did a better job. Like, you know, we're not biased over here. We're just, you know, putting them into practice, and yeah, it's doing a better job. I'm curious as to why GPT 5.3 didn't do anything for the sweet bench. They didn't do anything there. I wonder why. Also, these teams are now working. This is insane. Yeah, it is weird. Okay. This is insane. What was the time difference between? Okay, do you guys see this? So it said send message, send message, send message. So this send message, this is how the teams must work with each other. So, wow. Okay, let's build a coder, let's do a bug finder team. All right. I want you to create a new team that is, its sole focus is to find bugs and to fix them. I want you to review the code base. So we're gonna drop in the database, we're gonna drop in the BridgeMind API, we're gonna drop in the BridgeMind UI, we're gonna drop in the BridgeMind admin, we're gonna drop in the BridgeMind web app, and what this team's job is just gonna be able to be finding bugs and fix them. Also, part of this team's task is to be able to identify AI slop code and clean it up. The team's task is to be able to review existing code and to improve existing code, turning AI slop into professional, perfectly written code that an expert coder would write. Let's go! Jacob, what's up, man? Happy you're loving the stream. All right, so this looks good. All right, so we're gonna create a new team. I dropped in the entire code base, and this team's task is gonna be able to fix bugs and fix slop. Did you create an agent or are they default? Somebody said just say make it secure, yeah. All right, so this one, don't forget, oh, is this already done? Oh my gosh, team cleaned up. Okay, so this team already finished. If you guys remember, this team was creating the waiting list. I need you to now sick this team on the BridgeMind UI and make sure that for each respective product that it has a nice button so that people can join the waiting list and that it works fully. Make sure that you run the migrations after you generate them if they still need to be generated. I'm not sure. You run the migrations if they haven't been run already. Also, note that I need you to know that the BridgeMind MCP is already launched. So there does not need to be a waiting list for this. It's already launched. BridgeMind. Sick it. Yep. Let's go. Yeah, so the agents, well, it didn't say that, like, it said team cleaned up. All 3 agents have been shut down successfully. Let me clean up the team. So the full waiting list is implemented across the 3 layers. To recap the key next steps, so it needs to continue with the next steps and actually build this into it, right? Products, okay. Okay, I now need you to launch this team again to do another review and see if it has any more findings. Okay. All right, guys. These we have literally 4 teams. This isn't even just a solo agent for now, or like an agent that's running sub agents. These are teams. We have 4 teams working across our code base right now. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, I'll be right back. Let's go. Let's go, chat. I'm back. All right, what's going on here? Oh my gosh, we have 4 teams. Oh my gosh, this is insane. All right, I will say, I see you, Astro. A lot of people, so we have got a vote going on. 1 for Opus, 2 for GPT 5.3. Somebody said 4. All right, yeah, 1 for Opus 4.6, 2 for 5.3. Somebody said Codex extra high. 5.3 is cooking. Hold on. I think we're gonna have to launch some more agents here. We literally do not have enough. Hold on, let me clean this up a little bit. I need to clean this up. It kind of is crazy, to be honest with you guys, like how far some of the other AI companies are falling behind. Like, in my opinion, you know, Cursor is great, but how can you keep up with some of these like crazy iterations from Claude Code, like teams? This is insane. Like, this is probably like great model, but I think that potentially what is better than getting Opus 4.6 is this teams feature. Like, if you guys haven't even like do you guys see this? I mean, look at this. I've got 4 teams that are working for me. W Dan said I'm about to need the Max Pro Plus plan. Seriously. I mean, this is insane. This is crazy. Yeah, Claude Code is way better than Codex in my opinion. Oh my gosh. Guys, I really screwed up. Hold on, I gotta take this. I'm gonna mute my mic. Gosh. Jeez. Hey, Sam. Yeah, you're watching the stream? You saw what I said about Claude Code being better than Codex? Yeah. Well, listen, just calm down. Listen, just calm down. All right. I will launch 3 GPT 5.3 agents. If you like, just wire me like 50K, and we'll be good. Okay. We'll be good. No, I'll make up for it. I promise. I'll make up for it. I'll launch 3, and it'll be like the whole team theme never happened. Yeah, I know. I was hyping it up. Yeah, listen. Just 50K, and I'll launch 3 Codex agents, and they'll never know. No, I'm muted. Chill. I'm muted. Chill out. Okay. All right. I'll make sure to check my bank statements. Okay. Yeah, they'll have no idea. I'll launch 3 Codex agents. Okay. All right. Thank you, Sam. Sorry about that, guys. I've had this like crazy ex-girlfriend that keeps blowing up my phone. It's pretty hard. But the next thing that I want to do is I actually want to launch 3 Codex agents to give Codex a little bit of a try. So let's actually launch these 3 agents here, and we're going to use GPT 5.3 for a little bit. I'm very impressed with the 5.3 feature, or the Opus 4.6 feature here with Teams. That's like seriously impressive. I mean, look at this. Team fully shut down and cleaned up. The complete audit is done. 88 findings across all 5 projects. I mean, that is insane. Oh my gosh. Okay, great. I want you to start fixing and tackling the findings. That is insane. All right, so let's launch this. And that's the thing, is it's like, hey, Codex 5.3, let's give it a shot, right? Let's go to the BridgeMind UI. And what I want to do is let's try updating the BridgeMind UI. Okay, let's just go to port 3000 here. Whoa. Gemini, I think Gemini just Claude botted my computer there. All right, also let's do a quick sub check. We are at 40,407 subscribers. Thank you guys. I do have an issue when running this. Give me 1 second here and I'll fix it. But what I want to do is Codex did do a very good job at styling. So I want to give it a shot with styling here. Let me clear this real quick. And let me run npm run dev, and then we'll get in. Okay, W Dan said check usage. Okay, let's check usage real quick. Let's check usage. Okay, usage. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, we maxed it out, guys. That is insane. Okay, so check this out. So what were we at last time we checked? Like 50%? And yeah, it maxed. Teams absolutely maxed it. That maxed it out. So we're at 89% used now on this session. So we probably won't be... Look at this. Okay, let's also check this here. So the waiting list... Hold on. Okay, hold on. I have an issue with this. Where is it? Let me find it. Oh wow. Okay. Opus did a really good job on a couple different things, guys. I'm gonna show you this here in a second, but very, very impressed with what it did. But I do have an issue here. Where is it? Let me find it. Okay. Okay. So even now, like, this is just taking a ton of usage. We're at 89%. So I'm gonna use Codex. I want you to completely reinvent the styling of the home landing page. I want you to completely review what BridgeMind is all about and come up with a better landing page that will lead to more conversions, that helps people understand what BridgeMind is, that understands what products are in our suite of vibe coding tools and why we're building it and what our mission is. And you need to update the styling to stay on the theme, but to be significantly better, more modern, more professional, and not be AI slop or look AI generated. Sandy said, make it not look AI. Yeah, make it not look AI, please, 5.3. I need you to do an in-depth review of the BridgeMind API and scan the API for any security vulnerabilities. Okay, and I'm gonna drop in BridgeMind API, obviously, drop that in. Okay, so where are we at now? So yeah, I'm at 92% of my 5-hour limit. That's crazy. All 4 auditors are idle and ready. Should I reassign them to fix the second pass findings? How many findings were found? Yes, I want you to have them fix the second pass findings. Yeah, it's we're using Opus 4.6 right now for anybody wondering. Yeah, WebDev Cody's actually been on the live streams before. He's a cool guy. I really like him. You know, it's interesting. Like a lot of people, you guys know that I don't really like. I'm not really an influencer. You know, my perspective on all this is that I was a just straight up vibe coder for 3 years before I started streaming. A little bit less than that, I guess, like 2.8 years before I started streaming. I'm really passionate about vibe coding. I really do believe in it. I don't really have an interest in being a content creator. It was something that I've kind of been thrown into to a point. But at the end of the day, like, what I'm about building things and vibe coding, and I think that's what's resonated so much with this community and why we're one of the fastest growing vibe coding communities on the internet, is that I'm not here to like basically BS you guys or, you know, hype things up and like just try and get clicks and views. Like, I just genuinely am super passionate about vibe coding and AI, and I want to be a pioneer in this space. And yeah, like I that's just my perspective if you guys are new around here. So all right, so this is we're almost at our limit here. But, so we're not going to be able to use Opus 4.6. We can use to Cursor, but this team mode, W. Dan said, Bridge, we are on 20x, right? Yes, this is 20x. Yeah, we're going to have to get the 40x, maybe even the 50 or 60x. Hold up. Yeah, I mean, can I please, hold on. If anybody's watching, can I please get the 50x? Can I please get the 50x? Anybody? Oh, all right. That's actually good. That's good. I'm gonna take this call real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna mute my mic. Hey Dario. Yeah, thanks for being quick. Yeah, I need the 50x right now. Okay, I need the 50x. The 20x. I'm at 90. Do you see this? I'm at 95% usage. Listen. All right. First of all, thank you for releasing Opus 4.6 once we got to 300 likes. But listen, I need this. I need the 50, maybe even the 60x. So I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this goofy 20x. I need the 60x. Okay. All right. Give me the 60x now. Okay, you will? Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. All right, see you, Dario. All right, guys. That was my X again. Let's see here. Codex, let's go over here. Okay, this looks good. Let's go here. We need to get the Bridgmine UI running, but we have a couple of issues that are preventing us from this. For some reason, my Chrome is like glitching out. Hold on. Even the music stopped there for a second. Hold on. We're gonna have to force quit Google right now. It's not responding. Hold on. Let me force quit Google Chrome and then we'll relaunch it. All right. Hold on here. I'll get the music back up. Google Chrome just crashed on me. Probably because I have a ton of these terminal windows open. All right. Music is coming back. Hold on here. All right. We're back. Okay. So we are close to our limit here. Yeah. Opus 4.6 is very, very good for all of you guys wondering. We're at 98% of our limit. The biggest thing that's different about Opus 4.6 is the teams. So this is a new Claude Code feature that we've been testing out, and this is absolutely insane. I mean, you can literally use these teams for so much. Codex 5.3, these are still working. So pretty much this one is gonna restyle our UI. Let me go over here and actually restart this real quick. Okay, we do have some errors. But Codex is going to restyle this for us, okay? Oh, nice. Okay. Fix this error in the Bridgmine UI. The limit doesn't exist. All right, so we got 3 Codex instances running. This one said that the build ran, but hold on, we had this error. Did it actually fix that? Let's see. Yeah, do you guys see this? So Codex always be solving, like creating these issues just randomly. Application service. Okay, did it solve it? Yes, fix it now or you go to jail. Okay, so that's good. 5.3. So we're gonna use 5.3 a little bit. It looks like, are we maxed out? We're at 98% on Claude Code here. We may use it in Cursor here. Yeah, the 20x plan. I mean, if we look at my usage here, I'm about to hit my 5-hour usage. Maybe Dario could drop the blessings, but we're at 100%. So we're at 100% on Opus 4.6. I can still use it in Cursor though. So let's pull up Cursor. We're not going to get the same team plan mode, but that feature, like, one thing to know, I'll probably make a video about it, but dang, that feature is insane. But it will, it's gonna use a lot of your usage. Okay, that is one thing to know about that feature. It's gonna use up a ton of your usage. Okay, so Claude Opus 4.6. Let's try it out in Cursor. We haven't tried it out in Cursor quite yet. Let's go over to Bridge Code. Actually, let's not do Bridge Code. Let's focus on. Let's do the BridgeMind app, right? And let's drop in the API as well. And I'm just gonna drop in the web app. I want you to review the BridgeMind app and then review the BridgeMind API and then the BridgeMind web app. There are some features and functionality that exist in the web app or in the API that are not yet fully integrated into the app. So I want you to review and create a structured plan on features that need to be implemented into the app that are existing but not implemented yet. Create a structured plan first. All right, so we're gonna do a plan. That was Bridge Voice that I was using to be able to create that prompt. Also, another thing, there is, when using voice-to-text tools like Bridge Voice, this concept of a dictionary. Would you review the dictionary logic associated with Bridge Voice and help me completely understand it? Hold up. WDN just dropped in something fire. Let's drop in Bridge Voice. Okay, what did WDN say? He said, have you set up any Cursor subagents? If not, I'd start there. They have the command logics baked in, so you can type create subagent to start. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right, create subagent. All right, create subagent. Oh, yeah. Create subagent, create custom subagents for specialized AI tasks. Use when the user wants to create a new type of subagent, set up tasks. Okay, so this is basically like the same thing for agents. It's the same thing for agents. Okay, that's actually really helpful. So there's create rule, create skill, create subagent. Why not use GSD for planning? Sometimes I feel like that stuff can be a little bit overkill. Whoa, okay, here's our update. Oh my gosh, Codex. Oh my gosh. All right, so if you guys remembered, we gave 5.3 the task to actually make our website better. And this is what, okay, you guys, all right, vote. All right, spam 1 in the chat if you think that this is better. This is the active BridgeMind site. I know which one I think is better, but one for this on the left, 2 for on right. Which one do you think is better for a home page? Here's what Codex 5.3 just created. Here's what we had prior. I know what I think. What do you guys think? All right, we're seeing. I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing actually a pretty good span. I don't know. I feel like 2 is better in my opinion. 2 looks more basic. 1 is good. Two is less slop. Yeah, 2 does feel like less slop. All right. I'm seeing a lot of 1s. Okay, somebody said layout of 2 with aesthetics of 1. Right is better. It's simpler. You think a lot of people are saying 1. A lot of people think Codex is better. I don't know. I didn't really like it. Yeah, that's the thing. Rocco just said 1 is AI generated slop. That's what it looks like to me. Honestly, like, I just don't really like that. It looks like a little bit of slop. Which I hate that word, but it's kind of true in this case. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are saying 1 though. How much does Bridge Voice cost? So what's awesome about what we're building at BridgeMind is that all of this is going to be under 1 subscription for $20 a month. So you're going to get Bridge Space, Bridge Voice, Bridge MCP, Bridge Code. You're going to get access to all of it for only $20 a month. Okay. The styling of this page does not look good. I need you to improve it to make it more modern. It just looks weird with all the 50%. I don't like the green coloring with the gradients. Make it more professional and modern. And also come up with a better way to style the 50% off your first 3 months. Okay, we're gonna have it update this page here. So let's see what it does here. I don't know how I feel about that, but I feel like this is a good way to put it to the test. Let's go to the pricing page. Why is it not going to the pricing page? Is this lagging out on me? I've been having issues running this locally. I don't know what's going on. Ask AI to compare. I thought you guys were AI. Okay. Yeah, this is so annoying. I don't know why this keeps. Is it this issue here? Also, if you guys have not already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Try the skill. It's day and night. Okay, let's load the pricing page. So here's what we're looking at. It's about to update this. We'll see how long it takes to actually update. But this here needs to be updated. Let's move our Bridge Voice over here. Let's zoom out just a little bit. I mean, this doesn't look great. Start building faster. I mean, it looks decent, but like just this, for example, like this gradient here isn't that great. Front-end design for life, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like ship software at the speed of thought. That's just cool. I like that. From a branding perspective. Okay. Okay, so it actually... So here's the update that it made. Yeah, I don't know. All right, hold on. I don't like it. I don't like what you did. I liked what it looked like before better. Also, I liked what the home page of the site looked like before better as well. So I want you to revert this accordingly. Don't revert it using Git. Just go back to where we were at when you made those changes. Try the front-end design skill. Well, we're using Codex. Isn't front-end design a Claude Code thing? The teams were absolutely insane. Let's go over to Cursor and see how this is doing. So this is working on a couple concepts. Let's build this one. So this is Opus 4.6 inside of Cursor. You can see that it launched 3 sub-agents. That looks good. I mean, I will say, the biggest things that I'm noticing so far is that, first of all, the Claude Code Teams is a game changer. Claude Code Teams is an absolute game changer. And the Opus 4.6 model, the context is going to change a lot. 1 million in context, that's going to change a lot. And what we're seeing with Codex is that, I mean, we'll see. We'll give it a couple more days. We'll keep going and you know, give it a couple more prompts. But I'm definitely impressed with what was done today. I mean, a double drop is crazy. That's the first time we've ever experienced anything like that. It's nuts. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's... Let's go over here and let's see, were we able to build that waitlist feature correctly? So let's go over to Bridge Code, right? And I don't see anything related to a waitlist. Oh, wait, that's... Okay, well, hold on here. There we go. Okay, sorry, that was production. Okay, so this is what Opus 4.6 did create. So enter your email. All right, let's test this out, and let's see if I get an email. 403. Oh, it's because they, okay, hold on. I know the answer to this. I got a 403 error on this page. I believe this is because this is not skipping CSRF protection. I want you to review this and review the API. This is a public endpoint as well, so you need to protect it with turnstile. Okay. Review how turnstile is integrated in the application endpoints as well. Okay. So I think it just reverted this. Let's go over here. Okay, so we're back to this. Pricing. Yeah, it's a CSRF issue, for sure. All right, let's go over here. Yeah, 403 is not bad. It's unauthorized, yeah. That's my point. It's a public endpoint. Let's move the desk down a little bit. Use front-end skills in the agent skills folder, Astro just said, in Codex. Yeah, I did paste the production URL, but that's fine. Okay, so W. Dan said Cursor is one of the few places you can get the full 1M context right now. Okay, that's actually super helpful. Thank you, W. Dan. So W. Dan says that right now this is where you can get the full context. Okay, so with Bridge Voice, does Bridge Voice have the capability to show what's in your vocabulary? Like inside of the application, can I see my vocabulary? Okay, let's go over here. There was a couple of issues that I did see with the API. Oh, speaking of which, whoa. All right, let's go over here. Okay, I think that this is building successfully now. Let's run npm run build just to confirm. Hold on, let's actually run clear. Clear. All right, npm run build. All right, let's see if this works. Somebody said WDan is AI. I've actually met him. He's a cool guy. All right, let's see this. I think it's gonna build. Okay. All right, perfect. All right, we're getting limited hard. Not in Cursor, though. We may try a couple things in Cursor. Codex 5.3 is not available yet in... I mean, that is so funny that they dropped it the same day. All right, let's see this. Are they saying anything else? They're just letting people eat. Okay. All right. What did Sam say? All right. Sam Altman, he's saying, I love building with this model. It feels like more of a step forward than the benchmarks suggest. I don't know about that. It was amazing to watch how much faster we were able to ship 5.3 Codex by using 5.3 Codex. And for sure, this is a sign of things to come. That's actually really interesting. They didn't release the Sweet Bench. I'm surprised that they didn't release that. That's very surprising. Okay. On. I need you to review Bridge Voice, and what I want you to do is I want you to identify why signing in with email is no longer succeeding. After I sign in, even though I'm entering the correct email and password, it's not signing me in. Would you review the code associated with this in Bridge Voice and figure out why this is happening? All right, Super Combo Gamer said, I think benchmarks only go so far. What really matters is real-world tasks. Yes, 100%. W Dan said +1. Let's go. Yeah, 100%. All right. So let's drop this in. We'll do plan mode with 4.6. So we're going to use Cursor a little bit because I have some more usage inside of Cursor with Opus 4.6. I did reach my limit because I was using that team feature. I was going crazy with the team feature. Delete confirm modal. Whoa. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, is this not working? Let's see if we're still getting that CSRF issue. Okay, hold up, we gotta restart. So I'm impressed. I'm excited to use the models more this week. I think it's hard to get like a complete understanding of how much better the models are actually gonna be until you get like more usage out of them over like, you know, a course of maybe like a 5 to 10 hour period. But I'm very, very impressed with what we've seen so far. Let's go over here to bridge code and let's see if this now works. $400 now. It's gonna be a different error. Let's go over here. Oh, the reCAPTCHA. I'm getting a 400 error because there's no reCAPTCHA. Make sure that I can test this locally without the need for a reCAPTCHA. Or wait, hold on, we have it, don't we? Hold up. Like if I go to, what else has this? Does Get Started have this? Oh, the Vivathon has it, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to solve that. I'm gonna have to get the keys. Alright, hold on. Let me check my API real quick to see if I even have the keys. Using Cursor is not dumb for me. Cursor is going to be a little bit more expensive, though, yes. Okay, I do have a reCAPTCHA secret and a reCAPTCHA enabled. Oh, wait, that's not turnstile. Oh. It's turnstile. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to do that off stream then. Okay. All right. What about this one? Is this one fixed? All right, Sir Knight said I'm refactoring right now, and they are both finding different issues. Thought he said 4.6 is not available in Cursor. No, 4.6 is available in Cursor. Codex is not available in Cursor. All right, so an issue here that's actually very interesting is that I wanted it to make updates to my app, right? I don't know if you guys noticed that I reverted that, but it actually made updates to a different repo. So I was interested that that happened. That seemed like such a, you know, such a simple task, right? Like, I want you to review the app, and then I want you to review the API, and I want you to implement features that don't exist in the app into the app, right? It should be very simple, but I didn't get it. So that's very interesting that that happened. All right. This here. All right, Bridgman UI. Review the code associated with signing up for a waitlist. Would you make it so that when I'm in a dev environment that I don't have to? That's gonna overcomplicate things so much. I need to get the keys. All right, let's just get the keys. It's worth it, because that is going to be a really interesting feature. Because we literally sicked the entire team on it, a Claude Code team. We said, yeah, build a team of like 5 different people and then go to it. That's the most interesting thing that I saw today. Not just the models, but also that new feature. Bird mind, yeah. Okay, Cloudflare. Let's go grab my keys. I'm gonna try my best not to share them on stream today. All right. Also, how's Codex doing? Okay. For testing purposes, would you just remove the turnstile requirement for now? I want to test other parts of the application. I don't have my turnstile keys set in this environment, but I do want to test the functionality. So for now, would you just edit out the code or comment out the code associated with turnstile across the API and the front end, so that I can at least test the functionality without having to integrate turnstile right now? All right, so we'll give this to Codex to see if Codex can knock this out real quick. Somebody said, Sir Knight said he was glad that it was an Opus release and not Sonnet. I actually would have preferred Sonnet, if I'm being completely honest. Like, my thoughts on this release are like, hey, definitely the biggest thing with this release is like, let's look at the benchmarks again, right? While this Codex agent works for us. So you've got definitely an improvement in terminal bench, right? So I see this, I'm like, okay, this is interesting. But this here, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they didn't see an improvement. They actually saw it get a little bit worse on SweBench. So I am a little bit disappointed there, to be completely honest with you guys. If you guys were watching my my stream earlier today, day 128 of Vibe Coding an App Until I Make $1 Million. You know, I was like saying on stream, I was like, if we could get anything over 83, I would be super happy about it. But, you know, we actually saw it get worse. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that for sure. But some of the other benchmarks are better. So maybe even though we lost 0.1% on SweBench, it doesn't matter because it'll make up for it in other areas, right? So, I mean, only time is going to be able to tell on that one, but I'm just surprised. I'm definitely surprised. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, Arc AGI 68%, yeah. Okay, let's build this. I'm gonna make a more comprehensive video, like in the coming days, about what I think on these models. You know, right now this is kind of just the initial overview of me using it in my workflows, right? So we're giving it a shot. But I'm a little bit, I don't know. It's just weird that it had that decrease, right? So I wonder if this will be a one-shot though. And then here, is this done? So this is still working. Opus 4.6 is actually certified organic, and that's the benchmark I was looking for. That's funny. Yeah, Sonnet is probably gonna be much better. Yeah. Okay, this is now enabled. So this is the waitlist feature that we were working on. So let's real quick, let's launch this and let's see if the waitlist feature is now enabled. Let's go over here and let's go to products and let's go to, for example, bridge space. Oh, that's not good. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go here and we'll go here, here. Okay, bridge space. Join waitlist. All right, you're in. So let's see if I actually got an email now. And this was that full stack feature that WDN recommended. Oh, I don't think I have a... Okay, so I did get in the waitlist. Somebody said consensus on 5.3. 5.3 is okay. I don't know. I'm going to have to come out with some better videos on it tomorrow on what I think, just to let my mind kind of get used to what we're seeing here. This was just the initial review, but here's one thing is I just used a ton of usage, like in the past, how long have you been streaming now? Like a little bit over 2 hours. I was streaming for over 2 hours before this, so I'm like already maxed out. So I actually am going to end the stream here. This was the initial launch of Opus 4.6 and GPT 5.3, which is just crazy. I'm gonna be on Discord for a little bit, but my usage is maxed out. I'm gonna do a couple things I need to do off stream, but I'll make some videos tomorrow and the day after on my reviews of these models after I have a little bit more time with them. But guys, this is like gonna be a day that goes down in the history books. I mean, 2 frontier models dropping at the same time. That is insane. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so, and I will see you guys in the future.